Hello everyone, welcome back to Global Scope News. I am Hassan Ali and today we are diving into a topic that makes headlines all across the UK, immigration issues. Whether you are local or someone interested in how immigration policies are shaping in the UK, we have got the latest updates and insights for you. From recent changes in the visas regulations to the impact on communities and business, well, we will cover it all. In this episode, we will looking at the latest updates on the immigration policies, how these changes are affecting both immigrants and native citizens, personal stories and expert opinions on what's next for the UK's immigration system. Make sure they stick around for a comprehensive look at how these issues are unfolding and what it means for the future. If you are new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe buttons and turn on notifications so that you never miss an updates. Let's dive in. Let's dive in and see what's happening with immigration in the UK. So, the UK has been a bit of mess lately when it comes to immigrations. Everything kind of a hit boiling point after his awful incident in the Southport at the end of July. To give you the rundown, a knife attack happened and tragically 3 young children lost their lives. This was not just any crime, it shocked the entire country and brought a lot of underlying tensions to the surface, especially around the topic of immigrations. Now the thing is, immigration has always been a hot topic in the UK, but this event really set things off. You have got a far right groups, people who have been skeptical or outright hostile towards immigrations for a while, coming out in a full force. They are saying that this attack is just the latest example of how the UK's immigration policies are failing and the country is in danger because of it. These groups are arguing that the government has been way too relaxed about they are letting into the country, and they believe that immigrants are bringing in crimes, taking jobs and encoding what they see as traditional British values. These concerns have led to some pretty intense protests. We are not just talking about small gatherings either. There have been major demonstrations in cities like London, Manchester and Birmingham. And honestly, these protests have gotten out of hands more than once. We are seeing clashes with police, people getting hurt and damage to properties. Some protesters have been targeted to places, mosques and refuge centers, which is just fueling more anger and divisions. The government, led by Prime Minister Keir Starmer, has had to step in and try to calm things down. Starmer has been very clear that while people have the right to protest, the violence and hate that we are seeing is totally unacceptable. He is called at thuggery, which shows just how strongly he feels about it. The government has sent an extra police officers to hotspots where the protests have been the most intense, trying to keep the peace. They have also put in place something called Section 60 orders. According to the orders, now this might sound a bit technical, but it means the police have more power to stop to and search people in certain areas without needing a specific reasons. It's a way to try and prevent more violence, but it's also conventional because it can feel like a heavy-handed approach. On the other side of the things, we have got groups that are completely against these anti-immigration protests. Organizations like Stand Up of Racism have been very vocal, saying that the far-right groups are just spreading fear and hate, and that immigration is something that should be embraced, not feared. These groups have organized counter-protests, which have seen large turnouts too. They are pushing back against the idea that immigrants are the cause of the country's problems and are instead trying to highlight the positive contributions that immigrants make to society. But of course, when these two sides meet, things can get tense. There have been some face-offs between protesters and counter protesters, and while most of the counter protesters have been peaceful, the atmosphere can get pretty charged. What all of this is really showing is just how divided people are on this issue. Some folks are genuinely scared and angry. They feel like their way of life is under threat. They see the increasing in immigrations and thinks it's leading to more crime, jobs, competitions, and a loss of culture identify. They are looking at the government and saying, "You are not doing enough to protest us." And then you have got others who are just positive, passionate, but in the opposition direction. They see immigrations as something that makes the UK stronger and more vibrant. They believe in the diversity and thinks that immigrants bring valuable skills, perspectives, and cultures to the country. This whole situation has put the government in a really tough spot. They need to keep the peace and prevent more violence, but they also need to address the concerns that are driving these protests. It's not just about enforcing the law. It's about trying to bridge these divided and get people talking to each other instead of at each other's, and that's easier said than done. The protesters are still ongoing, and honestly, it does not seem like they are going to stop anytime soon. As things continue to unfold, the government is going to have to keep working on find a way forward. That might mean making some tough decisions about immigration policy, and it definitely means trying to bring the country together and find common ground. But right now, that feels like a pretty big challenge. So as the situation develops, it's going to be really important to keep an eye on how things involve. The outcomes of these protests could have a lasting impact on the UK, not just in terms of immigration policy, but also in terms of how the country deals with their divisions and disagreement moving forward. It's a crucial movement, and one that's going to require a lot of careful thought and actions from everyone involved. Thanks for watching us. I'm your host Mohsen Ali. Please subscribe to my channel, Global Scope News. We will update you shortly if anything's happened or anything latest updates. Thanks for watching us. Take care.